Because Eijirou loved your smile more than anything else in the world, on the next day you had off together, he asked you out on a date to the local puppy cafe. The moment you stepped through the door, he could only laugh at the way you started cooing uncontrollably, seeing the small bundles of joy plodding freely around the cafe. He took your bag and your coat and hung them up. Then you found yourselves a seat on one of the couches in the middle of the room, a prime spot to have the puppies jump on you. Unfortunately, it wasn't long before Eijirou's gaze wandered over to a table at the other end of the room. He had to do a double take. Your ex was sat there. He was with a friend and seemed oblivious to you, but that didn't stop Eijirou worrying. He didn't want you to see him. The guy was a jerk. You had told Eijirou as much. But, unfortunately, with Eijirou paying more attention to your ex than the dogs, it wasn't long before you noticed him as well. Eijirou was quick to distract you with his best dog-themed puns. Inside, he was cursing his bad luck. What a way to turn the best place on earth into the worst. Then again, there were enough small and fluffy puppies to hold your attention. As you once again fell into a puppy love stupor, Eijirou looked over to your ex and caught him watching you. It put him more on guard, ready to intercept should your ex try coming over to you. Eijirou was not the type to get into a fist fight in front of you, but he would certainly give your ex a few choice words should the need arise. He was a ray of smiling sunshine on any normal day, but he hated your ex. It had taken Eijirou months of coaxing you back out of your shell, building your confidence up after you had escaped your ex's clutch. After a little while, Eijirou heard you go quiet. When he looked at you, he saw you staring at your ex, a longing look in your eye. But then, when he looked closer, he realized you were looking at the golden retriever puppy plodding around your ex's feet. Of course that's what you were looking at. Eijirou grinned at you as he laughed. Did you want that puppy? No problem. He got off the couch and knelt on the ground, then whistled and fussed over the puppy to grab its attention. Success! After spotting Eijirou, it gambled over, wagging its tail in excitement. Double success! The puppy ignored your ex when he tried to call it back. Dogs naturally gravitated towards Eijirou. Blind optimists filled with love had a habit of sticking together. He picked the puppy up when it started nibbling at his fingers, gave it a quick cuddle as he cooed and said hello, then lowered the ball of fluff into your lap. When the puppy snuggled into you and began licking your arm, Eijirou had to laugh at the noises of pure joy that came from your mouth. By the time the session was over, you and Eijirou were swarmed with puppies. You were on the couch, and he was sat on the floor beside you, acting as a springboard for the dogs that couldn't decide which of you they wanted to be fussed over by more. He kept one arm hardened for the ones that liked to nibble and nip, as puppies liked nothing more than to chew, but rested his other hand on your knee, stroking your leg affectionately as he enjoyed the pure delight on your face. When it was time to leave, Eijirou got your bag and your coat, then offered you his hand to help you out from under the puppy pile, promising to bring you back when you said you didn't want to leave them yet. Eijirou was a damn gentleman, and would always show you how you were meant to be treated. While he paid at the desk, apologizing profusely to the staff for monopolizing the dogs, he noticed your ex hanging back like he wanted to talk to you. Absolutely not. You were on puppy cloud 9, and Eijirou was not going to let your ex spoil that. You were in a new chapter of your life, and your ex had no part to play in it now. Eijirou offered you his hand like the true gentleman he was, then entwined his fingers with yours to quietly promise he would never let you go. He led you outside, then asked off the cuff if you were hungry. Puppy cafes were great, but there was never much time to actually eat when there were dogs to play with. Knowing your ex would be close behind, Eijirou gave you just enough time to answer yes, you could eat, before he made the very bold move to sweep you up into his arms like a bride. He wasn't willing to let your ex see you, get near you, or find out where you were headed in case he tried to follow. So now that he had you pressed against his chest, Eijirou charged off towards your favourite restaurant, leaving absolutely no time for your ex to see you. He was built like a brick wall. Of course he could carry you like a bride and sprint at the same time, and you squealed with delight too. Tough luck to your ex. Eijirou was ecstatic that it was his job to make you smile from now on.